Hey guys, welcome to our video. We're going to be covering Alabama Pattern Jury Instruction 11.11, which is mental anguish. Now, we covered mental anguish in the last video, but that's where there was a physical injury. This is where there's no physical injury, but the plaintiff says I was in the zone of danger. So let's look at this and then we'll talk about what it means in a practical manner. So it says the judge will charge, the plaintiff says that plaintiff has had mental anguish and will have it in the future, and there was no physical injury. And so here's the elements, 4 things the plaintiff has to prove. The defendant was negligent or wanton, and I don't think I've done videos yet on negligence and wantonness, but we'll cover those as well. And then number 2, that it was reasonably foreseeable. In other words, the defendant, if the defendant had thought about it, could say, based on what I'm doing, I can certainly see that this could harm somebody. So it's reasonably foreseeable that the conduct would place the plaintiff in immediate risk of physical harm. And then number 3, not only that it was foreseeable, but it actually did put the plaintiff in an immediate risk of physical harm. And then number 4, that caused mental anguish. Now, if the plaintiff can show that he or she will have mental anguish in the future, then the jury can award damages for future mental anguish. And then we're told, there's a note here on the use this when the plaintiff did not have a physical injury, but claims damages for mental anguish because he or she was placed in zone of danger. So let's think about this. So maybe you're in downtown Birmingham or Mobile or Huntsville, Montgomery, wherever you are, and you get the crosswalk and it says walk. And so you're walking and, a guy in a UPS truck or a FedEx truck is flying down the road. And even though he has a red light, he says, I don't care. I'm still going to make it. And he almost hits you. Okay, so you're walking. You got the crosswalk. You check both ways. All of a sudden, boom, this UPS truck or FedEx truck just barely misses you. So did it physically hurt you? Well, no. It didn't hit you, so it physically did not hurt you. So when you make a claim against the company, of course, their first thing is going to be, well, you weren't physically hurt, so you're entitled to nothing. Well, as you would imagine, the law is not stupid. Okay, the law says, hey, if you were in the zone of danger, then even though you weren't physically hurt, as long as it's reasonable that you have mental anguish because of that, then you can be compensated. So it might have scared you to death. Now, you may have had some physical reaction, may have had a heart attack, may have had a panic attack, but it may also be where, when you hear a certain noise that reminds you of that, it triggers it, almost like a post-traumatic stress disorder. It could be that in your dreams, you dream about this, although it's not a dream, it's a nightmare. It may be that you're terrified now to cross a street in a downtown setting because of what happened. And so, you might park half a mile away so that you don't have to cross the street, so you can sort of make, right turns or whatever it may be. So my point is that there are certainly situations where we almost are physically injured, but we're not, we're thankful for that. But we have a sort of a mental anguish or emotional distress type of injury because of that. And as long as we can meet these 4 elements, so let's go through my sort of silly example. The UPS, the FedEx truck, were they negligent or wanton? Wanton is just being reckless. Well, absolutely. Number 2, was it foreseeable that if you blow through a red light at 60 miles an hour and somebody's in the crosswalk, that you put them in immediate risk of physical harm? Yeah, it's absolutely foreseeable. Everybody knows that. Well, number 3, did you actually, by blowing through the red light and somebody's in the crosswalk, did you actually put them in risk of physical harm? Yeah, you almost hit them. So absolutely. Then number 4, did that cause mental anguish? Well, that's what the plaintiff has to show to the jury, and if the jury believes that, then the jury will award damages for mental anguish. And if the jury says, you know what, we think that it's reasonable that the plaintiff is going to continue to have mental anguish in the future for some period of time, well, let's award damages for that period of time in the future. So appreciate you watching this video, and if you have any questions, just let me know. My name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer in Alabama, and for, let's see, it's 2020, so for 25 years I've been handling personal injury cases as well as other cases where consumers are affected by somebody's negligence or intentional conduct. And so we're going through these pattern jury instructions to give you an idea of what you have to prove in a court case, whether you have a jury or whether you're just in front of a judge or maybe you're in front of an arbitrator. So I hope that these are helpful to you, and feel free to subscribe to our channel and just let me know if you have any questions. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.